What's going on, everybody? So today I want to talk about server merges and a few tips that you might be able to take advantage of before server merges come. You can see in the top right corner, we actually have a little bit of an icon that lets us know that server merges are coming on November 9th. It's about 13 days as of recording this video. It'll probably be like 12 or 11 days as of posting the video. And there's a lot of things in here. So I'm going to go over a little bit as well as give you a few tips based on some things that will happen from the server merge. Let's get into it. All right, so first things first, for those of you out there, if you watched my previous video, you would have known that European servers, some of the North American servers, the Oceania servers, and a few other ones aren't even mentioned in that list. Let me know in the comment section down below if you do have that icon and you're on one of those servers, and it actually says that there are servers being merged for you because, well, they may have just missed it in the update. So I'm just curious about that because I did make a video about that. But first off, we have a new event that's going to be happening when we have that server merge happen. This Festival of the Dawn is going to be some sort of thing similar to the Hungering Moon, where you're going to have extra magic find bonuses by doing certain activities, it seems like. So nothing super important, you could say, but just a little bit of extra magic find here and there from this event, it looks like. There's also going to be a bunch of things that it's going to mention here about the server merges. So basically, we're going to be able to log in to the new server, and we're going to be server merged at the time. The process is going to remain the same. So the original server is going to be in the list, and you're going to log in, and you're going to be in this mega server, essentially. This is exactly what I thought was going to happen. I mentioned in the patches, it doesn't make any sense to have, all the servers retain their own individual immortal cycle. It just is way too complicated, for one. For two, I don't know how all the chats would integrate. Regardless, it's not going to happen. We're all going to have we're going to be on the same cycle for immortals and a few other things here. If the new server has someone with the same character name, warband name, or clan name, a number will be automatically added to the name, and a free name change will be provided. I'm a little worried about this one. To be honest, well, let's just say this. I guarantee you there are going to be some people that are going to troll me, and there are going to be some people that are going to troll Darth or DM, and there's going to be some people that troll a few other content creators out there. And they may even troll our clan name, potentially. I don't know how this is going to work, but I'm a little nervous about this. It is what it is. If I get trolled, I get trolled. It's not a big deal, but just something I have to think about, as well as a few other of you out there. Next up, Battle Pass progress will be shared. This is an important one as well because, well, if you're progressing the Battle Pass, you don't need to claim it if you wanted to save it. Character will keep all the items, all their friends remain in the same clan and same warband. This is very, very important. So none of your character progress will be affected. Your clan itself will be transferred. Your warband itself will be transferred. You don't need to do anything like that. So that is important to note. Battleground score and rank will be retained. Leaderboards will be re-ranked, meaning if someone is Challenger of 190 on another server and our rank 1 is Challenger of 189, then that person from that server that's merging over to my server, or we're all merging together, that person that's on Challenger of 190 is going to be now the top of the leaderboard. Then we also have probably the most important thing, and some tips that I can basically give you guys about this one, is that all market orders will be retained on the merged server, with the recommended price of items being the average of the merged servers. I'll talk about that in just a moment, but this is a very, very important tip for those of you that are still looking to progress your gems a little bit. The immortal with the highest dominance will become the new immortal. So this is important because, well, there's going to be 4 immortal reigns, right? Some servers are going to have 5 immortal reigns. And the immortals with the highest dominance will become the new immortal, which means that any new immortals, you guys get shafted. You're just done. You're not immortals, you're now adventurers, which is very, very unfortunate for 2 reasons. 1, you're not going to be immortal, so you don't get to be benefiting from your new reign. 2, you're going to be a shadow clan, and you're going to be behind every other shadow clan in existence because, well, you don't have as much progression because you just immediately got turned into adventurers, which is a little unfortunate. And for this next cycle that's going to be coming up, at least in the next 2 weeks, is going to be very, very unfortunate. Now, it depends. Realistically, you probably won't have to last too long in that immortal reign, well, because it's going to be probably someone that's on the week 3, week 4, week 5, maybe even week 6 of their immortal reign, because that's going to be the people with the highest dominance. The person with the highest dominance, they're going to become the new immortal. Everyone else is just going to become adventurers, which means that if we could just go ahead and look here, the places are the people with the most dominance are going to be people with the longer reigns. And, well, you may find yourself, even with a long reign, just not even being able to compete with some of the other people. That's just what it's going to be. This next cycle is just going to be a little screwed up for the most part, and it is what it is. You can't really do too much about that. You can see here we are currently at I can't remember what our rank is, but we're 33,000. We can just check the Immortal tab as well. Iron 3, 33,000 points. And, well, that's just going to be, compared to everyone else in all the servers that come along, and whoever has the highest dominance is just going to be winning. And if you just aren't immortals as long as someone else, you really can't do anything about it, unfortunately. So just that's an important one as well, because it has to do everything with the cycle and your clans and your shadows and all that stuff. All the Wall of Fames will be merged. Shadows and Adventures will retain their progress on the new server, so that is important. Shadow War will be paused the week of the server merge to allow players to adjust. This is important. I don't know if Rite of Exile will be paused, but it doesn't really make sense to have Shadow War be paused and then Rite of Exile to not be paused, because, well, in order to participate in the Rite of Exile, you need to be a top 10 Shadow Clan. In order to be a top 10 Shadow Clan, you need to do the Shadow Wars. So this artificially inflates whoever becomes Immortals is going to get an extra week. That's just what's going to happen. So that is, kind of awkward and unfair, but, it is what it is. That person, that Immortal reign, might just have the longest Immortal reign because of default server merges. So it is what it is. Now, last thing here, because I already went over everything that has to do with server merges, the market. This is an important one because it's going to be either increasing your prices drastically or reducing your prices drastically based upon what server you're merging to. So a really, really easy thing, if you guys are super tryhard out there, I want to add this tip at the end here. If you're super tryhard, you can make a character, join a server, get to level 20 really quickly. It takes about 20 minutes. I've done it several times. And check out the markets on their servers, or just have contacts with those other servers, right? And you can check, for example, here, if I just go through and look at our 2-star gems, they're oftentimes sitting around that 4,100, 4,200, I guess you say 3,900 to 4,200 range. That's going to be the average typical price of a 2-star gem. So if your server is much lower, much higher, depending on that, you can make a decision. Our 1-stars are, generally speaking, going to be that 1K range. So that is going to be oftentimes what our 1-star gems are. And our 5-star gems, specifically our Blood-Soaked Jades, our Seeping Biles, are completely out of market, but if they do go on the market, it's going to be max price. Blessing of the Worthy is going to be sitting around that 48K, 50K mark. Echoing Shades, oftentimes 60K plus. Bottled Hope is just going to be max price. You can see our market's kind of relatively dead for the most part. But you could see the prices of our server. And then you have to compare it to all the other 3 servers that are merging with you to determine whether or not you want to purchase now or wait on it. Or you could just mass purchase now and sell it on the higher prices. And you definitely want to do this as soon as possible because, well, if you don't do it soon, then it'll get closer to that server mergers, and your tax, basically your prevention of putting it back on the market, will not expire. But if you do it soon, then you can go ahead and immediately put it back on the market as soon as those server mergers happen, because I imagine the market will be reinvigorated for about a week afterwards, and that'll be a really nice way to make some profit, or just to level up your gems if you wish to do so. So definitely take a look at all the markets if you are super tryhard like that, or just try to find someone on Reddit or whatever to give you a screenshot of the prices, and that will go ahead and really inform you whether or not you should invest now or invest later. So that's what server merges are like. I'll be honest here, guys, with my final thoughts on the server merges. I don't think it'll change much. One thing, there's 2 concerns that I have. One, that this is going to be, in Blizzard's eyes, a successful resolution to what the problems are in Diablo Immortal. I think that's a terrible way of looking at it. It doesn't solve any problems in my eyes. It's just, hey, now we're back to the norm we were 3 weeks ago, where I can find groups, right? The Shadow War and the Immortal cycle, I don't really care about that too much, to be honest. It's not a particularly exciting and involving experience. I just care about playing the game and progressing my character. So I'm not a huge fan of server merges in terms of this is going to be a resolution to their all problems. And the second thing I have a concern about is, obviously, we're going to be merging with people who are playing the game still, because those are the people that are going to be playing the game. So the resonance, the average resonance of your servers, definitely expect the top hard to get wider, which means that you're going to be fighting people involved in Ancient Arena in your regular content that are going to be much higher resonance, because there's just going to be more top heavy people coming. And that's going to be a very, very rough thing for anyone that's not part of that top part of the server. It is what it is. And also shout out to Hiddens here. Love your content. Well, looks like you're in a video now because I'm recording right now, but thanks for saying that. And that is one good thing, though. I am excited. If you guys are all interested, or if you haven't character transferred, or if you are server merging with us, for those of you that are going to, we're on Storm Shield, but for those of you that are in Zoltan Cool, Sand Scorpions, or Old Grove, reach out if you guys want to, join the clan. We could always make another one just for everyone to hang out and play together. That's really all I care about, to be honest. That's pretty much what I've cared about for the last 3-4 months. I've just enjoyed playing the game, and one of the best things about this game is that you can interact with some of the people out there as well as people in your community. And we'll also post a link to our Aftershock Discord in the description or in the comment section down below. I'll do it as a pinned comment if you want to check that out. I have my own Discord, but we also have an Aftershock Discord that normally we all hang out in. There's several thousand members, or a few thousand members across multiple servers. So there's definitely spots for everyone. And now that the servers are merging, servers are transferring, our character transfers are happening, it's going to be a much more coagulated community, which is a really, really fun thing. So just wanted to let that out there. I really, really do hope that Blizzard fixes some of the issues, or knows that this is just one fix to the grouping problem, and it's a temporary fix. If they make some changes, this could be a very, very good thing. If they rely on this to fix their problems, then it's going to be a very bad thing. So I really hope that they kind of acknowledge that and then do some future changes past the server merge. There's going to be a new update on this date as well. Hopefully it's not just server merges. Hopefully it gets that new class, the new Battlegrounds mode that we had basically seen from the data miner. We'll see when it comes closer, and I'll have videos out on it then, as well as a video tomorrow. So if you like the video, sub to the channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow.